Hi there, people. This is Spray Love, and I've been busy for the past couple of days because I'm moving out into a new apartment, and now I'm over, but I'm going to move in tomorrow. Anyways, these past few days, I have only worn one fragrance, and if you saw my last video, which you probably didn't, it is this one. This is a rollerball of the 7 Virtues. The fragrance is called Santal Vanille. And what compelled me to this fragrance at first is the fact that it says on the bottle. Let me check. It is. It doesn't say on the bottle. I think it says on the packaging. But anyway, this is a sustainable, vegan, cruelty-free, hypoallergenic, mostly natural fragrance from 7 Virtues. It is one of the fragrances that you can find at Sephora that they're trying to push forward a movement to be cruelty-free. When you're like 100% cruelty-free, that means that you do not sell your product in China, which is a big loss of market since China has a lot of consumers. But some fragrance companies still decide not to sell in China, and the reason why it is like not cruelty free when you sell in China is because in China it is mandatory to test any cosmetics on animals. So when you decide to sell in China, you need to test the cosmetics on animals, including fragrances. And as I grow into fragrances more and more, I discover a whole bunch of incredible scents, of incredible feelings. But I think it is time that I try to avoid cruelty into the fragrance I wear. Some fragrances I had like in exchange for others or for whatever reason. I will continue to wear the fragrances that I already own. I have already started selling some fragrances that I'm like, this is useless, but it is a whole part of moving into another place. You need to know what you need or not, and some fragrances I was like, I don't need that anymore. I'm going to sell it, which actually paid for all the expenses of moving out, so it's pretty good. But anyway, now I'm more willing to encourage sustainable, just the most clean possible fragrances. And this was like I went there and I was like, I don't know much about those fragrances at all, and it's stupid because how do I don't know about that? I'm like such a fragrance geek. And I tried a whole bunch, and some of them were really insanely good. I went out for that one. I took a rollerball, and actually I really like the rollerballs. They're like a lot smaller. I'm someone who owns a lot of fragrances, so I don't really care about getting the big bottles, because anyway I'm never gonna run out, because there's always other fragrances that I own anyway, and so it's not a big expense. If I like finish off the rollerball super fast, then I might consider upgrading to a full bottle afterwards, but like for real, it's like it's way enough. I don't think I'm gonna pass all that in a year if I have like 3-4 fragrances that are clean, or with all the other fragrances that I own. Anyway, that's another editorial for today. A lot of editorials today, but like this one, 7 Virtues, I didn't even know that brand when I came in, and I smelled it and I was like, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And what is that fragrance? It's called Santal Vanille. So there's sandalwood and vanilla as big notes in there, big players in there. It's a bit spicy. It has that sandalwood, very like kind of more masculine leaning, if you would say, woodsy note. The vanilla, which is very intimate, which is one of my favorite notes of all time. But what I really, really, really wanted is a coconut scent, like a coconut note in there. And there's a coconut milk note in there, which is kind of like a coconut note, but more creamy. It's amazing. I really like it. Right now, it's like it's summer. It's canicular heat. Very, very high heat here in Montreal. Bunch of places where it's high heat, and I've worn it in all the days of the like canicular heats. Man, this is insane in high heat. Even though it's a warm, spicy one, the coconut note, the freshness of it, it just gets it back together. It is a fragrance that has a lot of personality, even though it's fairly likable and easy to wear outside at any time. I think this one will be killer in the winter. It is going to be super killer in fall. I'm really amazed, and shame on me that I didn't know about these fragrances at all. You know, I think I've tested like clean reserve fragrances in Los Angeles when I went there, but that's it. I didn't know about Nest. I didn't know which brands were cruelty free. I didn't know anything about that, and I'm very, very happy to have discovered the Seven Virtues. Their products are like, I smelled a whole bunch of them. They are amazing. They smell very unique. They react well to skin. Natural quality ingredients in there from good sources. It says best for focusing the mind, releasing tension, and feeling at peace. So it's kind of like a tea, you know. It's like it focuses you, gives you the energy to think, while also put you at peace, put you at ease, releasing tension. And it's kind of a warm hug, but it's also a focusing fragrance. The coconut milk makes you just want to live life at its fullest. I seem really poetic sometimes when I talk about fragrances, but when I get poetic like that, when I like a fragrance that much, it's because I find it really, really, really good. And even though you don't buy into my poetic stuff, I mean, it's like being to the beach. It's the coconut milk. It's the vanilla. That vanilla is a scent that we associate with skin, you know. Sandalwood, which is very woodsy, very sexy, very nice. This fragrance just makes me feel good. So go ahead and try it out. Like there's other vanilla fragrances from the Seven Virtue. I think there's one that's called, I don't even remember, but go check it out. The brand is awesome. I think I didn't check like what the brand is or what the notes were on that one. I didn't really check any of these things except what's in the packaging, but it's an amazing sense. And so I am going to continue forth into trying all those cleaner, cruelty-free fragrances, and I'll like keep you tuned in on my discoveries. But this one, man, I've been wearing that for like a couple of days since the video I opened it, and since then I'm always wearing that. I never even remotely thought of wearing something else. It's so good. So that being said, spread love, go cruelty free, and spray love. Bye bye.